Right, staying with that story, on the line we're joined by the Public Protector's spokesperson, Oupa Segalwe. Sir, criticism from outside is to be expected, but criticism from within is viewed often far more seriously. What is the Public Protector's reaction to this letter?
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. The Public Protector has noted this worrying trend among certain senior staff members against whom disciplinary action is either being taken or contemplated, to depose to affidavits in which they allege misconduct against her and send the same affidavits to Parliament in an apparent attempt to influence the process of her removal from office. At this stage, the Public Protector has not ruled out the possibility that these staff members may be working with external parties who have for a long time been pushing for her impeachment on the premise that their disclosures, since they come from within, will carry more weight than the claims of outsiders. And she finds it strange that the staff members in question who allege misconduct in the investigations they were involved in have kept quiet for years, only to start talking when disciplinary action is being taken or contemplated against them for unrelated matters. And she believes that their disclosures in this regard are in bad faith. For instance, a senior investigator who worked on another matter, the CX matter in 2016, also deposed to an affidavit recently and forwarded it to Parliament. But when the matter was taken on review years ago, he deposed to a confirmatory affidavit to affirm what was in the Public Protector's own affidavit in response to the review application. Now, his latest affidavit contradicts under oath the one that he initially, deposed to. And the Public Protector thinks that there's something wrong with this. Now, the latest staff members that you refer to, who has also deposed an affidavit alleging misconduct against the Public Protector, supervised the investigator who led the Friede investigation in the Blue Cotton office. A report thereof was issued in February 2018. He kept quiet all along. Only when action is now being contemplated against him for assaulting a complainant as found by a court of law, and the complainant in question suing the office, he now submits an affidavit to Parliament and not only leaks it to the media, but actively takes part in media interviews in contravention of the Public Protector media policy and the confidentiality agreement that every member of staff signs upon assumption of duty. The question that anyone with an open mind should then ask themselves is, why are these affidavits being churned out in quick succession like this when the parliamentary process for the removal of the Public Protector has just commenced?
Right, so you're saying that there is, in fact, disciplinary action and possible court action pending against Sphelo Samuel, Public Protector's representative in the Free State. Is that correct?
No, I'm saying that Mr. Samuel was found guilty by a court of law for having assaulted a complainant who came to the Public Protector's office for help. And that complainant is now suing the Public Protector as a result of that guilty verdict of assault on the part of Mr. Samuel, who was heading a provincial office of the Public Protector in Limpopo at the time of the third incident. Now, the Public Protector is only contemplating action against Mr. Samuel in view of this fact that he has been found guilty of assaulting a complainant who came to the office for help, and that complainant now has launched a lawsuit against the office. Now, in the midst of all of that, that's when this affidavit suddenly came to light, and it relates to a matter that was concluded with the assistance of Mr. Sphelo many years ago. He didn't say anything then. It's only now that he's saying this when action is being contemplated against him.
Right, so in a related matter, the Public Protector has also recently made a surprise request in court to be allowed to help draft narrowed terms for the Zondo inquiry into state capture for the rest of the Commission's hearing. And she also insisted that she could have done the job at a fraction of the cost. Is this criticism by the Public Protector of the work currently being done by the Zondo Commission?
Well, the Public Protector has not taken the Zondo Commission of Inquiry to court, as alleged by the Sunday Times. She was cited as one of 8 respondents in the application by Justice Zondo to have the Commission's lifespan extended. Now, presumably, she was cited in view of the fact that the Commission's existence and the work born out, or its work, are born out of an investigation originating from her office, and that in the state of capture report prepared by her predecessor, Advocate Madam Sona, the public protector was tasked with the responsibility of monitoring the implementation of the remedial action. And she has filed an explanatory affidavit in that regard. In the affidavit, she makes it clear that she is not opposed to Judge Zondo's application. That's number one. She also adds that she would abide by the court's decision. She prepared that affidavit and filed it solely to assist the court and to bring to the court other issues that are not dealt with in the founding affidavit. For instance, one of the issues that she raises in her explanatory affidavit is that the scope of the inquiry as prescribed in the state of capture report prepared by her predecessor was always meant to be confined to evidence contained in the report as a starting point. And according to her, the Commission is where it is now because it did not entirely align itself with the remedial action prescribed in the report. Another point that she makes is that the remedial action in paragraph 8.10 of the State of Capture Report already made provision for law enforcement agencies to conduct their own investigations in line with the evidence gathered or reflected in the report. The prima facie evidence that is in the report, therefore, should not have been reinvestigated by the Commission. This would have significantly reduced the amount of time and resources already spent to date on the Commission, spent on physical and human resources, among other things.
Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. That was the Public Protector spokesperson, Oupa Segalwe.